Hey everybody, welcome to today's live stream. I am a little bit late today, so I apologize. Things have been super crazy. If you're watching the playback, this is going to be a live stream. I will be talking to a live chat, which will be available a couple hours after the video is done as a replay. And also, if you're watching this back, feel free to skip ahead to where we get started. I just have to finish coloring this bed here, and I figured we'll do that while we wait for people to join, and then from there we can just keep going. I wanted to have this all done before I started streaming, and then I started and didn't realize what time it was. Thankfully, I'm almost done, so we'll just get this finished quick, and then we'll get started coloring. I also apologize if you can hear the vacuum in the background. Hubby was also trying to get stuff done before I started streaming, and he's not done quite yet, so just have to bear with us. So again, I'm just going to finish this up quick while we wait for everyone to join. And also again, I apologize for the noise. Hopefully he's almost done. Hi, Zucchini Kitty. Thank you. My mom hired my boyfriend to make these beds and for me to paint them. So there's 4 of them for each of my nieces. Just set this aside here, somewhere where my cats won't get it. 2 seconds. Robin. It is definitely pretty fun, and I just want to get it done so that way I can relax. I need at least 3 coats of paint. That was the 2nd coat, and I think the 3rd coat I won't have to do a full one, just go over anywhere that I missed or anywhere that looks too light, and then I'm also going to stencil some accent colors on them, and we've got some pretty ribbon to put on them, so I'll be happy when it's done. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, let me just put this stuff away. I gotta go rinse my brush off quick, so I can't let the paint dry. It'll wreck my brush, and then we'll get started. Okay, there we go. Sorry if I'm a little bit flustered. We've got a lot going on. Oh, hi Dusty. Hi, Tracy. That's okay, hon. Hi, Christine. Hi, Amberly. Okay. So we're going to do one more page out of Johanna's Christmas, and then that is it for the year. My last live stream is on Friday, and that's going to be in the evening for the Color Me festive event that me, Tina, and I believe Dev is joining us now. So we'll be doing that Friday, and that will be my last stream for the year because I cannot commit to any more streams because things are already way too crazy as it is. So I was flipping through this book last night and then again this morning, and this is the page that I kind of decided on. And I hit stick with a really limited palette for this one, and it seems like a lot, but I'm hoping I can get it done in 2 streams, because with my OCD, if I can't get it done on Friday, we probably will have one more stream, or maybe just a recorded video to finish it, because I don't want to go into 2019 with any whips, so that's the plan. Hi, Connie. Thanks everybody for being here, anybody lurking. I hope everybody's doing good today. A little bit of a crazy start. I'm not prepared at all. I apologize for that. Just get out my color swatches, and we're going to use Prismas this time, I think. Let me just get some stuff situated here. So I'm not going to need that. Even though these are single-sided, I am going to put another sheet in behind the page, just because I don't want to indent the pages behind it with pressure. Whew, so let's just take a minute. How is everybody doing today? I'll chat while I pick out some colors here. So for the most part, I'm thinking this page is going to be gold, and then just little accents of like very light blue, I think. And I'm hoping that that will be really pretty. I kind of wanted to do something with a limited palette, that way we're not switching back and forth between pencils, it takes a lot more time. So even though there's quite a bit going on this page, I'm pretty positive that I can get it done in 2 streams, because we're going to be using the same pencils throughout the majority of it. Now I just need to figure out what kind of gold that we want to use. Oh, thank you, Christine. I have a little bit of a problem. I hoard my pictures. So that picture that I just posted, I probably colored that like maybe 4 months ago. And I still have, I think, 6 more pictures to post. I'm trying to get them all posted before the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know why I do that, but... I'm glad you're all doing good. I'm doing very well, just busy. I've got stuff going on every day, it seems like. We've got my niece's Christmas concert tonight, and then my nephew's Christmas concert tomorrow, and then Carvin's Christmas concert Friday. My sister and her kids are coming up on the 22nd. We've got games night the 24th, Christmas the 25th, second Christmas the 26th. It's gonna be busy. Oh, I'm excited to hear that, Amberly. I haven't finished, so now you just need to wait for Fridays. Hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Thanks for being here. I can't decide what kind of gold I want. I think I want more of like a white gold color. Hi, Christine. That's okay, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Amberly. I saw that, Christine. I'm so excited. I'm going to have to ask Hannah if I can grab the PDF from her. That way we can do a flip through. It'd be super fun. I cannot wait. Okay, 2 seconds. My little one's calling me. I'll be right back. because Tony's bugging him. I'm hoping he's not gonna get sick. I know Rain got stomach sick last night. Poor guy. Oh, thanks, David. Have a safe flight. I bet, Christine. I have been waiting for that one forever. I'm so excited for it. I don't think Hannah's posted a page that I don't want to color. Okay, so definitely want the cream, I think. Or, no, I'm going to keep this as close to the combination I'm going off as possible. So I'm going to grab the jasmine. And then definitely the yellow ochre. I'm going to grab goldenrod. So this is the combination that I'm kind of going off of, but instead of the browns in here, I want to make it look more like a gold. So I kind of want some more kind of beigey tan colors maybe. I'm not really sure how I want to go with this. I definitely want bronze, that's a for sure, because bronze really helps with the gold look. And then I think I'm just going to grab black, and we'll do just a piece with that and see how it looks, and then we can always add or take away colors if we need to. Hi Jody, thanks for joining, sweetheart. Thanks, Christine. Me too. This is like my favorite thing, especially for getting pencil dust off. Because even my big brush, which I always said worked awesome, it started to kind of smear the color. This is plugged in. Sorry guys, bumped the camera. Is it better with or without the light? It is pretty gray outside, so just let me know. And then I'm going to go ahead and sharpen up these colors. And I think in the new year, I'm going to change my streaming time just slightly. I'm going to push it back 1 hour. And the reason for that is it would just work better for me. And I've noticed I start streaming at 11 Mountain Standard Time because sometimes Dee Dee goes over the time that she normally does. But I've noticed a lot of the time she's mostly done before, like an hour before I even stream. So if I can make use of that hour, it would definitely be helpful to me. Katrina, this is Johanna's Christmas by Johanna Basford. I got this one specifically for live streams because I only have one other Christmas book, and that's Hannah's book, so I figured we needed a little bit of variation. As much as we all love Hannah, I'm sure some people might get tired of seeing her work colored. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Hi Victoria, thanks for joining. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Charlotte. It definitely worked better for me because right now, by the time that I end, it's about 1 o'clock, which is a little bit late. So if I could be done streaming at 12 o'clock, it'd be perfect because then I could make my little man lunch, and I don't know, it seems a lot more manageable. Okay, so let's see here. The first part that I'm going to color is just this one right here, and I'm going to start with the jasmine, and I'm just going to put a light layer over this whole area here. And this is just kind of to test this combination out. I probably should test it out on a separate piece of paper, but I like to live on the edge. Okay, from there I'm going to pick up the yellow ochre. Same thing, I'm just going to lightly go over a little bit. And for the most part, I want to keep these pointed tips here really light, so I don't want to put any other color in there. Might not be able to fit all of the colors that I've picked out, but that's okay if we don't. It's actually going to help because some areas will have all of the colors and some won't, and that's going to give us some extra interest. Okay, from there, I'm actually going to skip to the bronze. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this in each of these corners that I want shadowed. And we could really leave that as our darkest color, but I think I want something a little bit darker for contrast. Katrina, this is Johanna's Christmas by Johanna Basford. If I can get that on screen there. Hi, Leonie. Leonie. If I'm saying your name right, I'm sorry. I hope you're doing good. That's okay, lurk away, sweetheart. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to the black, and I'm just going to put a little touch of this in. I don't want too much, just enough for it to be noticeable. And then I'm going to start going through the colors that I've picked out from darkest to lightest. So next I'm coming in with the bronze, and I'm just going to bring this out slightly from the black. Then we'll move on to goldenrod, same thing. I'm just bringing it out slightly further each time. Oh, that's a good idea, Elizabeth. I want to as well. Right now, the Prismas are at the same price when I first originally bought them. So if I had the extra cash to throw around, I would definitely get another set now. So next year, I'm definitely going to keep the money on hand. That way when they do go down, I can grab another set. Okay, next is yellow ochre. And then our last color is jasmine, which I'm going to put in and go over everything with. And what this is going to do, it's going to kind of dull it down a little bit. I don't want a super shiny gold color. I want it to be kind of dull, but still really pretty. And this is also going to help mix all the colors together. So that's what it's going to look like. Up a little bit. I'd like to zoom in a little bit more, but then we have to move around the book like crazy. Oh, hi, Nick and Tina. Almost missed you. Oh, that's funny, Katrina. I've done the same thing, I have to admit. Oh, that's okay. Karen, I think. Zucchini Kitty, that's your name, right? Let me just check my sheet book here. Yes, I finally got it right for once. You have a wonderful day, sweetheart. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Happy holidays to you too, hon. Hi, Susie. Okay. So I guess what I'm going to do is just continue with that. So I'm going to take my jasmine and I'm just going to base basically what we can see in camera right now. So we'll do that side there, and then we'll also do the bottom. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed that. I'm using Prismas today. I was going to use Marco Raffines, but I figured Prismas would be faster because I find that sometimes I have to fight with the Marco Raffines a little bit. And I'm actually thinking now that I might have bit off a little bit more than I can chew with this, so I'm definitely going to be coloring as fast as I can. I apologize if anybody's trying to follow along with me. Thankfully, for the most part, though, a lot of this stuff is mirrored, so it's going to be the same on one side as it is the other, which should definitely help, I think. Hi, Becca. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. Hope you're doing good today. I've been pretty good, Susie. Definitely can't complain. Okay, I'm going to skip to the bronze this time. It's our second darkest color, so I'm just going to start popping this in where we're going to have some shadows. I'm assuming you mean Christmas. We definitely are, I think. I think we've got everybody covered now. We've got all the presents wrapped, so now it's just the waiting game, and I'm super excited, especially for little man to open all his presents. It's going to be such a blast. I absolutely cannot wait to see my nieces and my sister. It's definitely going to be lots of fun. Oh, Dusty, I can't remember what I paid for this. I think it was probably close to $18. Maybe not. I think it was closer to $12. Canadian though, so in the US it'd be less. And I found mine at Michael's and it was on sale. Oh, hey Dash. I hope you're doing good today. So I don't really know what I'm doing with this shadow-wise. I'm just kind of going with what I feel for the most part. But I am going to try to keep the shadows the same as much as I can on the mirrored parts. Of course, for example, here we've got this little bird here, which is kind of creating a shadow, and then we've got this little thing here, which is going to be in shadow. So I'm probably not going to shadow this bit here, so it will be slightly different in some areas, but for the most part, it's going to be the same. Oh, that's right, Dusty, I knew that. Do you guys have a Michael's there in Calgary? Oh, just gonna switch back to my jasmine quick because I forgot this bit. And back to the bronze. And we definitely do, Christine. It sucks. Oh no. Well, what about Amazon? I know they have it on there, and they usually have it for pretty cheap. I'm just kind of checking here to see if my shadows are along the same or if I missed any. Let's see, right here would probably be shadowed. Oh, I'm switching back to the jasmine. Forgot about this bit as well here. And again, back to the bronze. And actually, now that I'm kind of looking at this, I'm only going to put the black in some areas, and then other areas I want it to be lighter. So for areas like this where we have kind of the gold bits coming off of other gold bits, that's probably where I'll put in the black. That's crazy. I didn't think it was that much on Amazon. Okay, I'm going to switch to the black here, and we're just going to pop in our darkest highlights. So I'm going to put a little bit of black in here, of course on both sides. We'll add some black in on this little bit here. Yep, Book Depository ships to Canada. It usually takes about anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to show up. But definitely worth it for the free shipping if you don't have like Amazon Prime or, you know, only want to get like one book. A lot of the time if I buy off, oh, what am I doing here? I did not want to put black there. That's okay. A lot of the time I wait to buy things on Amazon until I have a certain amount because we get free shipping if the order is above $35, I think it is. So be careful with this black. I only want to add it in certain areas. Thanks, Susie. They're definitely chipping quite a bit and getting a little bit too long, so they will be changed by Friday. They're getting to a length where I can't really do things, and I'm afraid of breaking them. So. Oh, hi Hex. Thank you. No, definitely not. I wish we had a book outlet here. Okay, so from there we're going to switch to the bronze. I'm going to bring this out from everywhere that we've added the black, and I think I'm actually going to go ahead and darken everywhere else that I've added this. Just kind of darken our shadows a bit. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I wonder how the shipping would be then. I might have to look into that. Just going to switch back to the black here. These little bits, I want a little bit of a darker shadow. And then back to the bronze. Oh, that's pretty good, Christine. I bet it'd probably be 10 or 15 to Canada then. Susie, I do have some stuff on my wish list. I can't think of any offhand. For the most part, I have almost everything that I really need, so now it's just kind of the whole wants thing. Of course, Hannah's new book is definitely going on my list. And I do believe I'm getting an Amazon gift card from my sister, so that's probably what that will be used for. But other than that, I don't really know. Right now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get Stitch into the dentist because he's losing teeth, the poor thing. He's got some kind of dental issue going on, so definitely gonna have to be saving my pennies for that. Ooh, that doesn't sound good, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth H. Okay, I think I like that. I'm watching the stream back on my phone dash and I don't seem to have any problem. Oh, the focus. Yeah. Yeah, my autofocus is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. It's the only problem with this camera is you have to have autofocus on. With it off, it basically doesn't focus at all. Try and keep my hand steady on the page, and that usually seems to help. I'm going in with the goldenrod now and just bringing this out from the bronze. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Elizabeth. I know on some of the other streams it's kind of hard to say hello to everybody, just because there's usually a lot more people. Or you get those people that kind of only talk to people that they know. I've noticed that there are quite a few of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not exclusive streams, I think is the word I'm looking for. Oh, thank you, Robin. Yeah, I definitely won't put up with any kind of drama, that's for sure. There's no time for it. We're all adults here. I know there's actually a few people, of course I'm not going to name names, that I kind of butt heads with sometimes. Well, not really butt heads with, but would if I said anything. But if I don't like somebody, I just still be polite, but I just don't really talk to them. Thanks, Susie. Thank you, Dusty. Charlotte, do you mean chat or my coloring? I hope I'm not coloring too fast. As I said earlier, I'm gonna try, I've got one more stream set for Friday, and if I don't get this finished then I will probably just record the rest of it in just a normal video. That way anybody who does follow along with this can finish it. Thanks, Jody. Welcome back, Connie. Thank you. That's good though. I'm glad that they have that option to slow down. I've been told quite a few times that I color pretty quick. But I think it's because I try to keep the videos shorter because they take quite a while to upload, so it's definitely helpful. Yep, Bella, this is Johanna Basford's Christmas book. I know, I have a hard time following chat too when it's fast, Charlotte. Especially when it's me streaming, because then you're coloring and trying to pay attention to chat, and it's pretty much impossible. Okay, Dash. Have safe travels. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Jody's super speedy. Okay, switching to yellow ochre, same thing. Pretty much just coming out from where we've last stopped. It's going to be a lot of repetition with this one. Hopefully you guys don't get too bored, and I'll probably just do the gold today. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll have to see. It'll probably just be the gold. Maybe we'll add blue accents on the next stream. I could only imagine, Becca. Maybe I shouldn't check it out. So does anybody have anything special planned for the holidays, or what are you most looking forward to? Yeah, a few minutes is all it takes. I'm not too worried if I miss spots either with this. As long as everything's generally along the lines of the same color, I'm not going to stress about it too much. Hi, Dorothy. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for food for sure. Definitely family. And then my third favorite thing is probably seeing everybody open the presents that we got them. It's always fun to get presents, but I've always more enjoyed watching everybody open my presents. I like seeing the reactions, especially when I do paintings, but I didn't have time to do paintings this year, so we actually went out and bought presents. Oh, that's awesome, Charlotte. It's kind of like me. I haven't seen my sister or my nieces since July. They live about 9 hours away. So, a little bit too far of a drive to go and have a cup of tea and chat. I don't know if I said, but I'm going in with the jasmine now, and I'm pretty much just going over everything. I should really try and work from one area and work my way to another, because it's kind of hard to keep track of where I've colored and where I haven't. Dorothy, we are working on a double page spread in Johanna's Christmas, and I tried to pick one that I would be able to get done in 2 streams, but my judgment is very bad. So this will be pretty much the last thing I color for the year, aside from I am working on this one right now. And she is from Hannah Lynn's Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. And I've yet to finish her, but those will be the last 2 that I color for this year. Well, that's nice, Connie. Okay, just for time saving purposes, I am going to zoom out now because our picture gets quite a bit bigger. Hopefully it's enough that you guys can still see though. The Hannah Lynn one, Jody? Okay, going in with my jasmine, again, just slightly marking in the gold bits. I am super glad to hear that, Jody. That's awesome. definitely not being neat at all with this. Oh, thanks, Susie. Sorry guys, a little bit quiet here, just trying to get this base on. Probably would have been faster to do the base in marker, but I don't really have a marker that kind of matches this color. Okay, I think that's all the same areas colored. I miss these little bits right here. Yeah, I could definitely count quite a few times. I've heard you say that too, Jody. Where'd you win it off of? Oh, that's awesome. Anne is such a sweetheart. She's such a giving person. Okay, first thing here, I'm going to come in with my bronze. And again, I'm just going to start kind of placing in my shadows. I am going to go a little bit heavier than I did last time. We'll still be able to put the black over top of where we need to, but for a lot of these areas, the bronze is going to be our shadows, so I don't really need much over top. Bye, Elizabeth. Have a great day at work. Thanks for being here, hon. Oh, bless my hubby. Sounds like he's doing dishes. Means I don't have to. And actually, I think what I'm going to do for this one, hold on, guys. Well, he's asked Santa for a toy computer, so he's definitely hoping for that. Let's see, what else has he asked for? He wanted a little toy car. I think he had a little keyboard on his list. I'm trying to remember, because they made lists in preschool. They gave the kids a whole bunch of cut out toy pictures from magazines, and then they got to glue them onto their wish list to Santa. And Carbon had a whole bunch on his, but the main one was the computer, so he's pretty excited, hoping that he's been good enough to get it. I got put in chat jail on Nick and Tina's stream last time. Last time I was there. I think I missed their I think I was there a little bit. I usually miss the beginning of their streams, and then mostly I get to lurk and make supper because they always stream around supper time. And then I notice when they're streaming, I'm very slow at making supper. But I think I'm going to pull a Sammy for this, and what I mean by that is when she's coloring a picture, she'll usually do demonstrations and then leave the rest to you guys to color. So what I'm going to do, especially since this is mirrored, I'm going to color the top, and then I'm going to leave the bottom, because you guys, if you're following along, you can just apply what we did to the top to the bottom, because it's going to be pretty much the exact same. I will try to pick out everywhere that it's different, just to do. That way we know, because of course there's like little birds in here and stuff, so underneath them is probably going to be colored differently and whatnot, but for the most part, we'll do it that way, and then I'll color as much as I can on the two streams, and the rest will be up to anybody who is following along with this. Aww, bless him, that's cute. When you say real tractor, you mean like big tractor, don't you? Perfect. Okay. So we're going to switch to the black now, and again, I'm just going to pop this in some areas. So most of these little bits here where they come off of other gold bits, I want it to be a little bit darker where things go in behind each other. Don't want to add too much of the black, just a little bit, enough for it to be noticeable, and it's really going to give us that really darkened gold look. Oh, he's so cute. That'd probably be on my little man's list too, except he gets to ride the tractor almost every time he goes out to the farm. So my mom took him for a sleepover, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, and then she texted me saying that she lost Carbon. It's like, what do you mean you lost him? She's like, well, we pulled into the yard, and then he hopped into a big green tractor and left. So as soon as he gets to the yard, he wants nothing to do with farm grandma. It's all Papa. And Papa was in the big green tractor, so that's where he went. It actually reminds me a lot of me at that age, because I was pretty much glued to my grandpa's hip too. Wherever he went, I had to go too. I know, I was like, what does she mean? And the only thing keeping me sane was the fact that if she actually lost him, she would have been calling me, not texting me. So I knew she was kind of being a smart ass about something, pardon my language, but she definitely is. So let's switch back to the bronze here. Forgot about those little bits, and then back to the black. Yeah, they definitely are, Christine. Some of my best memories are with my grandpa. I didn't have a dad growing up, so my grandpa was basically the only male role model that I had in my life. And I was his favorite grandkid, and he didn't really keep that a secret. But I also spent the most time with him, though. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. My brother was kind of more into the video games and stuff, and my sister, I don't know, she's just more into like partying and stuff. And I just like hanging out with my grandpa. I remember skipping school too, and I would bring my friends over and we'd just go hang out with him. Like toy catalogs, Charlotte? We still do those here. I'm just kind of checking to see if I missed anything here. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go back to the bronze now, and I'm going to bring this out from the black. Just kind of use this to dull the black down a little bit, blend the two together. It's going to help knock that black into more of like a kind of like darker colored bronze, I suppose. I did so much stuff with my grandpa, I couldn't even name it. I was always drinking his beer. He was a little bit of an alcoholic because he kind of blamed himself for my grandma being put in the hospital. She had MS, so she spent pretty much my whole life in the hospital. So he kind of had a tough time coping with that. But I don't know, he always seemed so chipper and just content when we were around. I think that's probably why I was his favorite, because I was always the one there spending time with him and kind of keeping his mind off of other things. I'll show you this. If you get dizzy by movement, close your eyes. But here up above my closet, we've got that. So it says wild turkey named Lurkey Turkey, and it's actually a piece of a broom that my grandpa cut out and glued to there. And then when he cut my hair when I had gum in it, he made this one. So it says half wild turkey named Sky Blue. But he was definitely a funny guy. He had those hanging up in his kitchen for years. Oh, that's unfortunate, Connie. We lived a ways away from my grandpa. I spent the first 4 years of my life with him. I know his and my mom's favorite story to tell is he'd try and every morning at about 4 o'clock, I'd say that I'd need to go to the bathroom, and I'd go upstairs. And I'd lay on the couch with him. That way he couldn't leave without me. So he'd get up, kind of make his coffee, do his morning stuff before leaving to go do chores. And I would always tag along with him. And then the one day he almost escaped without me. He made it halfway down the yard, and Mom says I just burst out of the house screaming and crying, telling him to wait for me. he was not allowed to leave without me. Aren't those cute? I love them. That's cute, Susie. Okay, now we're working our way out from these shadows with the goldenrod, pretty much coming out from anywhere that we've put the bronze. I'm going to go slightly over top of the bronze too, just to give it a little bit more of that yellowish kind of look. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I feel bad for my poor mom. My stepdad just gets all the kids, but then again, he's the fun one. He almost never gives them trouble, and it's just a little bit more relaxed than my mom. So all the kids just gravitate towards him. Aww. Yeah, my grandpa didn't really play with us either. We did stuff together though, like we went berry picking and we'd check cows together. Yeah, I'd like to say that I'm that kind of auntie too, but my sister's kids do enough of that on their own. And then the other set of nieces are just little sweethearts. And they're usually always hyper, but never getting into trouble. Yeah, grandparents are just amazing, aren't they? That's why Rain's nephew, he's kind of into the games now, doesn't really want to leave the house or do anything, so I'm always on his butt about going to see his grandpa and stuff. Don't want him to miss out. Oh. Okay. Buffy was there for a minute, but I think she's gone for now. Knock on wood. Yeah, I'd be the same way, Jody. Okay, I'm just going to switch back to my bronze here. Totally forgot about this bit here. Just going to put a little bit of bronze there. Go over that with the black, and then back in with the bronze. And then back in with the goldenrod. really sure where I've put this in already, but I'm just going to keep popping it into where it looks like it needs more. I think I've got everywhere. Okay, next yellow ochre, same thing. We're just coming in from that goldenrod and trying to save a highlight for the jasmine if we can. If we can't, not a huge deal. I'm getting to where I might have to flip the book just because my hand is right on the spine of it and it's very annoying. Just going to keep my hand here. Hopefully that stops the autofocus from going in and out. Hey Connie, Merry Christmas to you too, hon. Thank you. Okay, bye Charlotte. Thanks for being here, hon. That's awesome, Jody. And the fun thing about being a good auntie is, you know, years down the road when they have problems that they don't really want to go to their parents with, you're probably the one that they're going to come to. I think I've got everywhere. Just going to sharpen up my jasmine again here, and then we'll go in over everything with this. Welcome back, Charlotte. So again, I'm going in over everything, and I'm trying to just kind of follow the lines of this. What would you call this? Is this filigree? I think. Just kind of following the lines of that. That way I can hopefully keep my place, and then I know what I've done and where I haven't yet. Oh, hopefully it's good news, Charlotte. Okay. I do apologize, but I'm going to have to flip this just because it's going to be easier to color this way, and just make sure we're in frame here. Okay, I'm going back in with my jasmine. Oh, definitely praying for some good news then, hun. And keep him in my thoughts and your family as well. Back in with the jasmine, same thing, just going to put a layer of this down. So actually what I'm thinking now, just take a look at this. I want to see if the birds are placed in the same areas on these two pages. So we've got a bird here and another one there. Okay, so they are. The design is the exact same on the other side. So what we're gonna do is within the next, this stream and then the stream on Friday, we're going to finish up this side for sure. That way anybody who's coloring along can just watch this again and do the same thing on the other side if we don't finish it. So that should work out really good. Hi Shonda, thanks for joining, sweetheart. Merry Christmas to you too. My poor little man still has quite the cough. He's definitely feeling a lot better though. We went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man? No. I don't know, the new Spider-Man movie that's out where there's like 6 different Spider-Man versions. Oh, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that's what it's called. He had an absolute blast. He's like a major Spider-Man fan. Bye, Susie. Thanks for being here, hon. Have a wonderful day. Okay, Jody, not a problem. Minnie Moo. I love your names for them. It's so cute. Shonda, I do not. I don't have any loose pages that I can really think of. Most of my pages just stay in the books. Okay, so keep in mind that I have my book flipped, so this is actually the bottom part of the left page. So we're going to come in with the bronze now. And we're just going to start picking out our shadows, I think. Again, I'm pressing a little bit heavier, not quite burnishing the page. We still have to be able to put our black in for our deepest shadows, but I want a good layer of the bronze in there. Me too, Charlotte. I actually use the bronze a fair bit. Thanks, Christine. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you too, hun. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a great day. Yeah, it probably would be easy. I know quite a few people that do that, Shonda. Dee Dee, for one, I know all of her loose pages. Depending on the book that she's working in, she'll store hers in a binder with protective sheets over top. But I don't usually take my books apart. I have two right now that are apart, and that's Hannah's first book and her second book, actually. But they are going to get spiral bound once I'm done coloring them, so for now the pages sit in the covers of the book, and I just use a butterfly clip or whatever they're called to keep them in there safely. Yeah, the only thing with getting them spiral bound is you have no control over it, really, so you can hope that they do a good job with it, but you're kind of putting your books in somebody else's hands, and I don't really like the idea of that. I've heard a lot of bad stories about that, you know, people's books being pretty much butchered and wrecked, and especially giving them a book that I've completely colored is going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, but I've gotten a few books done by them. One I wasn't too happy with, but it wasn't anything major, and then the other, I think 2 or 3 that I had done were perfectly fine, so I do know that if they do wreck your book, they will usually, you know, pay to get a new one for you, but when you've already completely colored it, it's kind of not even worth it. But I'll definitely film a finished flip of the book before I get it binded, just in case. And then as long as they bind it properly, I'll do a finished flip with it spiral bound instead, just so I have it just in case, because you never know. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I think that's good for the bronze for now. We're going to come in with the black. And again, we're just going to touch this in. Just kind of randomly here. This bit here I want to be fairly dark, so I'm going to go really heavy on the black at first, and then kind of fade it out a little bit. And the reasoning for that is because we have a dark black shadow here on this bit, and I don't want these two to blend too much into each other. I want this part to look like it's behind, so that's why we're putting it really dark back here. Yeah, it is a little bit pricey, definitely, but I can't do mine myself, so I've only got 2 more books left that are getting spiral bound, and then after that I'm going to keep all of my books in one piece. I've learned my lesson. I make this shadow here with the black a little bit darker as well, and for the most part this shadow is going to be focused right along this line where it kind of overlaps here, so not really going to bring it out any further than that. Well, that's a good deal, Shonda. You know your nails are too long when you can hear them on your keyboard. For me anyways. Some people like long nails. I am not one of them. I like the looks of long nails. I do not like having long nails. They tend to get in the way. I don't know how people manage with them. Okay, let me just double check here. Actually, I think I want this little bit behind the bird here to be a little bit darker. Other than that, I think I'm done with the black. Oh, no, these little bits right here I forgot about. And completely forgot about these bits with the bronze as well. So I'm going to switch back to the bronze and touch that in. And then back to the black. I always forget something. Hi, Annette. Thanks for joining, sweetheart. Thanks, Jody. I did, Annette. So every Friday there will be a new part up. And are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So the last part will be up on the 28th.
Well,
are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. What are we going to do? I take time.
I don't know. You have to ask Daddy. I'm not sure what time it is. I think it's 6:30, so probably after supper time.
Alright, I liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, guys.
You go play and rest up, kiddo. Close the door behind you, please. Okay, back to the bronze, and for the most part, I'm just going to bring this out from our darker areas. Very repetitive, just basically the same things over and over again. It's just going to be slightly different depending on, you know, what the area looks like. I'm just going to sharpen this a little bit. This bit here, I've colored in near the black, but I've left just a little bit of a highlight along the side here, just to kind of make it stand out a little bit. Oh, hi Sabrina. Long time no talk, hun. I hope you're doing good. I've missed you. I've been meaning to message you, but I'm so busy. I just can't. I don't have time to hold a conversation lately. She doesn't, Shonda. She should, though. She should have both a coloring channel and a mixed media channel. Yeah, I know. You and your new boo. I know how that is. Thanks, Elizabeth. I know you are. You would do great though, except for you would have to have a channel where you just upload whenever and not have a schedule. And then I think you'd do fine. It wouldn't stress you out too much. You wouldn't feel like you had to upload if you didn't feel like it. I'll talk you into it one day. Okay, on to the goldenrod. Same as before, we're just bringing this out over top of the bronze and out a little bit from the bronze. Of course you are. You're always glad when I'm working on something other than Hannah's books. Definitely put some more variety on the channel like you suggested, and I have to admit it is really nice. But for our main monthly color alongs, we will definitely be sticking to Hannah's work, and then live streams will probably do other people's work. So it kind of evens itself out, which is nice. Oops. Although there will not be a color along in January. I'm taking January off from color alongs, so our monthly color along will be back in February with Fairy Tale Princesses. You did. You're usually right. Okay, and then again from there, going in with the yellow ochre, same thing, just bringing this out. We're going to try to leave a highlight with the jasmine wherever we can. Andrew. Thanks for joining. I hope you're doing good today. Do you have any special plans for the holidays? Yeah, there's a lot of people that just do the straight coloring with music. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You have a great Christmas too, hun. Oh, yeah. That sounds fun. It's always nice being with family. I know, I'm pretty excited too. My sister and my nieces are coming up on the 22nd. Super, super excited to see them. It seems like it's been forever. Just trying to figure out where we put this color and where we haven't. There's just a lot going on this page. It's hard to keep track. I think for the most part I've gotten this put almost everywhere. So we're going to switch over to the jasmine now and again go over everything. I probably do forget where I've been a lot, Charlotte, but I don't worry about it too much anymore because as long as the colors are somewhat the same, it usually works out. So even if I did miss a step somewhere, it's not going to be noticeable because there's just way too much going on. I used to do that color in super small spaces just to make sure that I was doing everything the same way, but it always took me forever. So started kind of just going with it, and for the most part it works. Depending on what I'm working on, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to flip my book back over here. So then we've got the top of this page done. Let's see, we've only got a few more minutes, so I'm just going to finish this little corner in here, and then I'll go and lay down color in the other areas that are going to be gold, and then I think we'll probably be done for the day. So I'm going to go in with the bronze. Just going to lay this down. on in these little spots here. Exactly. It actually works to your benefit if everything's not the same. Okay, switching to the black. Ooh. Don't mind the little one. He's a little grumpy today. Okay, back to the bronze just to blend that in a little bit more. And then the goldenrod. Then this next one, I think yellow ochre. Oh, I already colored that piece. What am I doing? And then lastly, in with the jasmine. Just over top of everything. So this is kind of the dull version of gold. If you wanted this shinier, all you'd have to do is use a brighter yellow, like canary yellow, and then go over this, and it would make it super shiny. But I think a dull gold will make our blues pop when we add them in next time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take my jasmine and I'm just going to put this base down, and then we can finish up the gold next time and then work into the blues. Again, if anybody doesn't know, we're doing a Color Me festive night. Nick, Tina, and I believe Dev is participating now too. So that's going to be on this Friday, the 21st. And the information is in my community post, but I'm pretty sure Dev starts from 4 to 6. Or no, he's 2 to 4, I think. Isn't he? Maybe not. Hold on, I'm getting a little bit confused here. Let me just check. Okay, so Dev is from 2 to 4 Mountain Standard Time. And then Nick and Tina is from 4 to 6. And then I'm from 6 to 8. So that's in Mountain Standard Time, which is my time. It's almost 1 p.m. here, my time. So we start off with Dev at 2. So he would be basically an hour from now on Friday. Oh, thanks, Robin. That's okay, sweetheart. You don't always have to chat. Oh, love you too, Dusty. Always love seeing you in the streams. Mine and others, of course. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you too. Hi, Nick and Tina. Thanks, Shonda. I get the feeling that you're leaving. If you are, have a wonderful day. Elizabeth. Welcome back, sweetheart. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Charlotte. Super, super glad. That's wonderful. Hi, Nick and Tina. You're very welcome, Charlotte. Hopefully everything's okay, Elizabeth. I'm just taking my jasmine here, and anywhere that kind of looks a little bit splotchy or has like white bumps showing through or anything, just going to smooth it down a little bit more. Let's just zoom out here. Let me straighten this too if it'll let me, maybe not. Okay. Oh, she definitely should go in then. Hopefully you can talk her into it. So here's what we got done today, and let me just see if I can find a color combination close to what I'm thinking for the blues that I'm going to put in here. So it's going to be more of like a greenish blue. Kind of like this one actually. So if you can kind of picture this in with this gold, I think it's going to look really pretty. And we'll kind of do the same thing that we did for the gold. We'll probably put in a little bit of the End Enthroned blue in some areas just to make this appear even lighter. But I think it's going to look really pretty. Blue's my favorite color, so that's kind of why I envision this page like this. And then I don't think I'm going to do a background for this page, at least not yet anyways. You know, maybe down the road if I change my mind, I might decide on something, but for this year I'm just going to leave it as is, call it done, maybe come back to it. Of course, not calling it done right now, I mean when I'm finished coloring everything. So I think next stream we'll definitely have enough time to finish this side, finish the blues on there, and the other side of the page, again, if you guys are following along, you could just rewatch the stream over again and apply the same thing here as over there because it's going to be the exact same. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm going to go make my little one some lunch and get some of my stuff done for the day. I've got a lot on my plate, so I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for being here. And I hope to see some of you on Friday. Of course, I know some of you won't be able to because of the crazy time difference, but yeah. Oh, yes, and Nick and Tina stream tonight, guys, at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time, whichever is easiest for you to convert. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm off, and I will see you guys next time. If I don't see you next stream, I wish you guys all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, if you celebrate, and definitely a Happy New Year. Okay, bye!